What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NFL Week 13 Sleeper Picks. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. Okay, in this video, I'm going to give you some of my top sleeper picks, super low priced and low ownership players that could crush value this week and give your lineup an advantage over the field. These are risky plays, meant for large tournaments only. Don't go all in on any of these guys. They are high risk, high reward picks. And if you stay to the very end after all my picks and after I show you the Draft Dashboard tools, I'll give you my super secret sleeper pick that no one's talking about. Okay, let's take a look at the quarterback position. My Week 13 sleeper pick at quarterback is Matthew Stafford for the Detroit Lions playing the LA Rams, who give up the 6th most fantasy points overall, and they give up the 9th most fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks. Matthew Stafford has scored 7, 13, and 18 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 16.7 fantasy points per game on the season. He gets an average of 2 rushes per game, and let's face it, he's been terrible this year. This is a risky pick. Don't play him in too many lineups, but if you want to take a shot at a low-owned quarterback who has big game potential, that's Matthew Stafford at only $5,400 DraftKings salary, $1,300 more on FanDuel. Matthew Stafford is projected to get 18.2 fantasy points here in Week 13. If you want a super low-owned quarterback with 20-plus point upside, it's risky, but I like Matthew Stafford at home versus the LA Rams. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all our DFS tools for NFL, and the tools for NBA are awesome. This is a great time to get in and try everything for 1 month. The tools are all about saving research time. You can see the last 3 games, the fantasy points per game, the targets they got per game, so you can see how involved they are in the offense, the rushes they got per game. Seeing all this stuff on one screen helps you save time and make better picks. Okay, let's take a look at the running back position. My Week 13 sleeper pick at running back is Spencer Ware from the Kansas City Chiefs playing the Oakland Raiders, who are the 4th worst defense overall, and they give up the 4th most fantasy points to opposing running backs. Look, he hasn't got much work, only a couple rushes a game. He did score 8 and 12 fantasy points off of just a couple rushes and a handful of targets. So this guy can produce when he gets the opportunity, and now he will. He's the starting running back for Kansas City Chiefs because Kareem Hunt is an absolute bonehead. I can't believe these NFL players. What is with these hotel videos? Do these guys just make so much money they forget that there's cameras everywhere? Or they just think they can get away with anything? Really confused about what happened with Kareem Hunt. It's too bad. I was picking this guy almost every week. I love this guy as a running back, but apparently he's a terrible person, so he's out of a job and he should be. Spencer Ware is now thrust into the starting running back position for Kansas City Chiefs. This guy's talented, and he's only $4,000 DraftKings salary. He's $1,200 more on FanDuel. The matchup is great. I can't say the ownership will be low because I think a lot of people are going to be on this pick, including me. I'll be playing a lot of Spencer Ware here in Week 13. Okay, everyone, it's time to announce the winner of this week's $100 comment contest. And the winner is Scott Lewis. Scott Lewis, you are the winner of this week's comment contest. Please reply to our comment to collect your prize. Let's give Scott some love in the comments, everyone. If you haven't won yet, don't get frustrated. Please continue to comment, support the channel, and you never know. Next week, it could be you. It could be you. Woo! Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, moving on to the wide receiver position. My Week 13 sleeper pick for wide receiver is David Moore from the Seattle Seahawks playing the San Francisco 49ers, who are the 9th worst defense overall and give up the 7th most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. David Moore has scored 23, 10, and 3 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 8.8 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 3.4 targets per game, but it looks like that's gone up. He's got 5, 8, and 3 targets in the last 3 games. David Moore is only $4,300 DraftKings salary. He's $2,000 more on FanDuel. I love that DraftKings price. Projected at 10.4 fantasy points here this week. This is a home game. Russell Wilson's been heating up. I like David Moore's chances of finding the end zone versus San Francisco here in Week 13. Okay, let's see who we have at the tight end position. My Week 13 sleeper pick at tight end is CJ Uzomah from the Cincinnati Bengals, playing the Denver Broncos, who are the 12th worst defense overall, and they give up the 9th most fantasy points to opposing tight ends. CJ Uzomah has scored 10, 7, and 5 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 6.3 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 4 targets per game. But look at these last 2, 13 targets, 5 targets. CJ Uzomah is only $3,400 DraftKings salary, projected at 7.2 fantasy points here in Week 13. He's $1,800 more on FanDuel. Killer DraftKings price. He doesn't need much to hit value. Cincinnati Bengals are really struggling at the quarterback position, but that may be why CJ Uzomah got 13 targets last week. If he's going to get that kind of volume, CJ Uzomah has the potential to crush value here in Week 13. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. You've unlocked the bonus content. My super secret sleeper pick for Week 13 is Marcell Ateman from the Oakland Raiders, playing the Kansas City Chiefs, who have the 3rd worst defense overall, and they're about middle of the pack defending opposing wide receivers. Marcell Ateman has scored 5 and 9 fantasy points in the last 2 games, averaging 6.8 fantasy points per game on the season, and an average of 7.5 targets per game. He got 10 targets last game, and he's only $3,600 DraftKings salary. He's $1,000 more on FanDuel, projected at 8.2 fantasy points here in Week 13. This is a super risky pick, gonna be super low owned. If he gets a touchdown, you're gonna hit value, and it's gonna put you ahead of the field. The other sleeper pick that I have is Robert Foster. This may be the better pick. At $3,300 DraftKings salary, he's $2,200 more on FanDuel. He scored 17 fantasy points in his last 2 games off of 3 and 4 targets. High risk, high reward. Both of these guys, Marcell Ateman and Robert Foster. If you're looking to open up some salary with some low ownership wide receivers that could find the end zone, those are your guys. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smickety smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for Week 13. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.